Welcome back, my friends. How's everybody doing? Good to hear. Today we are in a final test drive in yet another Icon Bronco. This one specifically is a 1967, and it is built in the old school style, and it's Icon BR number 90. So there are the basics. This truck's got a lot of nice creative touches, cool vibe. Building it for a female client who had some nice unique ideas for the color material palettes, which we gladly integrated. So let's start with the paint. They're both custom colors. One's actually Wimbledon white, the other one's custom. So it's kind of sort of like a bone and a Wimbledon white on whitish, but with enough uniqueness in the two tones that it does honestly read as two-tone, not as a mistake, fortunately. The wheels are finished as is the grille and the roof in the Wimbledon white, and then the principal body is finished in the more sort of bone cream color. We did the Ranger trim option on this truck. We also did the bright work for the windows, the chrome package, and chrome bumpers. We did the Icon swing out spare tire carrier assembly, and it's just got a nice retro feel to it, nice and clean and simple. When you move into the interior, this is a really nice leather, one that we have not in fact used before. It's waxy, it's got a fair amount of sheen that's going to calm down very quickly, and it will age, crackle, and patina and get some funk as time goes by, which will be lovely. We used that on the door, cargo, seat, center console panels. The seat's 360 degrees in the aforementioned leather. Cargo and door panels, we did a really cool vintage African mud-dyed textile insert. Something kind of nifty. Certainly, I've never seen it done before. Something the client hunted down. And it adds a little bit of character and some of her personal story to the truck, which I'm always a fan of. For the headliner, we went with a really nice light sort of taupe Alcantara. Keeps it nice and bright in here, no tint on the windows. For the rugs, we did the Hargart square weave in a light sand color, edge hem stitched in leftover leather from the seats. The floor mats are all removable, and if you were to remove them, if you're going to go get muddy or to detail the truck, you will notice the polyurea coated floor surface on this and every Icon Bronco. That surface is also on the underside of all body panels, including the front fenders, prior to final assembly, but after the paint has cured. We also powder coat these bodies in a zinc-rich epoxy powder prior to conventional paint process, so that gets into every little nook and cranny and has proven to offer really unmatched corrosion protection, something we pioneered at TLC as early as 25 years ago, and we implemented it into the Bronco Icon program, I don't know, probably about a year ago. Other details on the interior being that it's an old school. We've got very traditional sun visors going on. We have the stock-inspired dash layout. We have the two-spoke vintage reproduction Bronco wheel. This client in the configurator on our website outlined for it to be painted, as well as the column in the same Wimbledon white. And then we hand-wrapped, hand-stitched it in the same leather that is used on the seats. We have the retro style chrome AC vents. We have the wipe, wash, headlight, fan vent, and temp knobs of my design. Well, let's just say that's not fair to say. They're the stock design redesigned to be done in metal and to be chromed and to have the infill for the indication art for their function and to be compliant with our specific switches. For the gauges, currently this truck is running the new school gauges, but that is a temporary situation for this video and for our initial about 600 test miles that we put on the vehicle prior to shipment. Supply chain hiccups, the old school gauges, slightly back ordered, but they should be in next week and cause no further delays, which is nice. Of course, we're running our key port system for key organization. So you've got ignition, door, cargo, console, all the keys you need, all integrated into a nice aluminum extruded double hard coat anodized thingamajigger. That's sort of a switchblade, and you push the slider to get the key that you need, but it beats having a janitor's wad in your pocket. This truck also did the analog style power windows as well as power door locks, which can be actuated right there old school on the door or via the remote next to the keys. Of course, we have full function vintage air, in-dash heat, AC, and defrost. We have 2-stage carbon fiber heaters for the front seats, none in the rear. The rear is our standard tuck and tumble removable 2-passenger seat with adjustable headrests and 3-point belts, just like the front. We took the liberty color code the seatbelt webbing in this nice brown to match the upholstery leather. And audio, running the Pioneer NEX head unit. This has the elevated audio with the higher end full call audio speakers, amp and bass. We have separate tweets in the front. Front speakers integrated into the dog leg panels. Rear speakers are integrated into our cargo panels. Those cargo panels, as well as the door panels, do not run those horribly offensive vintage style and somehow still used by manufacturer one and done plastic piece of crap door panel clips. We actually laser cut hardboard, marine rated hardboard, that has 2 layers that allows us to sandwich rare earth magnets. So if you ever need to play with your power door lock solenoid or do whatever, any sort of service inside of that door, once you remove the door interior powder coated cup that goes around the interior door handle and the armrest and the window regulator, then it's just magnets holding everybody on. So not only does that keep it from ever rattling, I hate my rattles, but makes for a really nice, elegant service solution without worrying about those crappy ass clips breaking on you. Mechanically, of course, this is running the current generation Mustang GT intended Coyote aluminum 5-liter V8. That's about 440 horsey torquey. Great motor, tons of fun. Custom headers made for Icon exclusively by Borla. Those are stainless, as is the entire Borla exhaust system. This one is running the milder of the 2 exhaust systems. It being a 5.0 Coyote, still pretty rowdy and loud no matter what you do. But if you keep your foot out of it, it's not too obnoxious, works out fine. Even when you're getting rowdy, it's not so crazy that it's setting off car alarms. Maybe in a parking garage, but not in the real world. I don't know. We're running, of course, our dear friends at Curry Industries Dana-based axles. So high pinion 44 based architecture in the front, Dana 60 based architecture in the rear. We're running the beloved Icon Sport brakes by Brembo. So those are Hydro Boost assisted, 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, dedicated mechanical parking brake for parking brake. And then of course power steering, all the other loveliness you've grown to expect from us. This one has the sport suspension option. All Icon run coilover suspension. So the sport suspension on an Icon Bronco means that you now have 2 rates of tunability. So that's really nice. And you have nitrogen charged canisters that are remote. And Eibach coils, tunable sway bars, front and rear. Icon's proprietary fuel tank, it's around 21 gallons, in-tank pump and sump, and baffles. Evap for the fuel system. high flow catalytic converters for the motor, wideband O2 sensors, and that's pretty much it. So I'll shut up, other than to say, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch our videos. We really appreciate the support. I know our price point isn't for everyone, and I get it. I'm sorry they're so damn expensive, but I'm blessed that I have your support, even if you have zero intentions of buying one. So be good to yourself, be good to others, and we'll see you next Friday on the next Icon video. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. You can also keep up with our antics, automotive and otherwise, on our Instagram feed, Icon, as well as Facebook. All right? Be good. See you.